Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to check the engine oil of your car. It's actually a really simple process, and I'm going to show you how to check the engine oil level as well as sort of the quality of the oil that is in the engine with regards to whether or not you need to change it. Let's get right to it. First and foremost, this is the engine. What you need to look for is what we like to call the oil dipstick. Now this, you will find it somewhere in the engine bay, and it's going to usually be a different color. Like this one right here is sort of a bright yellow so that it stands out. On my old Honda Civic it was bright orange, but you have to look for a little stick with a handle that is a different color that sort of stands out. Now I'll show you exactly what we're going to do. I'm just going to place my camera down and give you the best view possible. Alright, let's get right to it. I like to have some either paper towels or some rags around when I do this, just so I don't get my hands dirty, because it does get quite dirty around this area, even just something as simple as grabbing the handle right there. So I use one hand to grab the handle and I remove the dipstick. And what you want to do is you want to take a look at the dipstick, but you're not going to use this as your guide just yet. What you want to do is you want to wipe the dipstick off. So right now I'm wiping it off, removing all of the oil. Now be careful, it might be a little bit hot if you were just driving the car. And once the oil dipstick is completely clean of any oil, just like that right there, you can see it's pretty much clean of any oil, you want to reinsert it all the way in. It should click into place. Then you're going to pull it out, and I'll show you what to look for. So when you pull it out, you're going to look at the oil dipstick, and you want to look at the oil level. Now there's going to be two lines on it. The bottom line will be a minimum, and the top line will be a maximum. Right now you can see that the engine oil in my car is right at the bottom line. So it's right at the minimum amount of oil that the engine needs to function properly. Now, when you've looked at the oil level, and as you can see, my oil is just at the minimum line, the next thing that you want to look at is the oil color. As you can see, this oil is really, really dark, which means my engine needs an oil change ASAP. Not only because it is low on oil, but also because of the color of the oil. If oil is sort of still fresh and still clean, it should be a very, very, very light color. It should be translucent. And as you can see, this engine oil, I'll give you a closer view, this engine oil is really dark, and it's right at that bottom line, which is right where my thumb is. There's the top line right there. And that's basically it. So there are two things that you should essentially be looking for. I'm just going to put this back in there. Two things that you should be looking for when you are checking your engine oil. The first thing is the engine oil level. And you want to make sure that it is somewhere between the minimum and the maximum lines on the engine oil dipstick. And the second thing that you should be looking for is the color of the engine oil itself. Once again, if engine oil is still fresh and is still new, then it would be a sort of a translucent, a very, very, very light color. But since the color of my engine oil is pretty dark, that means that not only is it dirty because it's a darker color, but also I need to change the engine oil soon, simply because it is low on oil. Some people will choose to simply top up their engine oil and add more. I would advise against that unless your car is burning a lot of oil or your car is leaking oil. I would always advise someone to change their engine oil as opposed to simply top it up, unless you're in a specific situation where your car is getting rid of a lot of oil really quickly. But that's basically it. In this video, I've shown you how to check your engine oil. I've shown you how to check the oil. I've shown you what to look for with regards to the oil level and with regards to the quality of the oil, whether it is new and fresh oil or whether it is dirty oil that needs to be replaced. A quick tip, once again, is just use some paper towels so you don't get your hands dirty. As you can see, my hands are still clean for the most part. Use some paper towel or rag and make sure that you wipe the dipstick at first before you check the engine oil. Very, very simple, and that's basically it. Be sure to subscribe for more car videos like this. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And that's really all that I have for you today. That's it. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.